Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits only temporarily those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Preparing the way. Preparing the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war crime. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and cry. And do that righteousness. And we love. I we love Jaja. And we love Jaja. And we love Jaja. We love Jaja. We love Jaja. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and fight. Fight down war and fight. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari. We love all, and we love Jah, Jah. Me love Jah, me love Jah, Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twink.
Is Jordan Silvera been given the rich people's justice, given the chance to plea at a lesser charge of manslaughter? I don't know the evidence before the court, but I certainly don't agree with Jordan Silvera pleading guilty for manslaughter. I think a full murder trial ought to be held, and whatever needs to come out is come out. If the jurors find him not guilty for murder and find him guilty for manslaughter, then so be it. But I don't think he should be given the chance to plead guilty for manslaughter. He murdered his wife in cold blood, in her bed. I don't see where that and goes along aggravatedly to cover up and conceal the crime. As I said, I don't know what is the evidence in front of the court that would allow the court to give him the opportunity to plead guilty for manslaughter, which for me is a get-out card, which I will explain later. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us this evening. You know, the Jolan Silvera case is progressing. And one big good evening, everybody. Oh, no. I don't like what I'm seeing because even though them look at whether it be premeditation or intention, I don't know how you could get to the point of a woman being murdered in her house, in her bed, by her husband. The husband go a far way to conceal the crime. And now the husband is being given the chance to plead guilty for manslaughter. I wholly disagree with that. I think a full murder trial ought to take place. So if Jolan Silvera plead guilty to manslaughter for protect somebody or whatever else, or protect some information about him and why he murdered his wife coming out, then But I think it should go to a full murder trial, because what this would have done, he would not then receive, possibly would not receive the life sentence timeline in, or he wouldn't have received a high sentence because he's now pled guilty for manslaughter. That allows him to be back on the street at a much quicker time. It depends on what time the court is going to give him. He has already done time served for the time he's been in there. That goes down against his sentence. But would this be the opportunity of the poor man as well? Would the poor man be given this opportunity to plead guilty for what a lot of us, I think, is murder, cold blooded murder? And now you've been given the chance to plead guilty for manslaughter. I wholly disagree with that, because what this will do as well, even though he pled guilty at a late stage, there won't be a trial. So you won't get to hear anything that we would have wanted to hear as to why and how the murder took place. All of those information now gets stifled, because once him plead guilty for the manslaughter, is about the court then move to sentencing. It's about the court move to sentencing. They wouldn't want to waste any more money going to a lengthy trial, which wouldn't be necessary because he's already pled guilty. But guilty for manslaughter, I am very, very uncomfortable with that, because I think, even though was not there, but what happened in that house, I don't see how it could be manslaughter. And the way in the body organ that he shot her as well, that would have proved some intention to hurt her in a way where it would cause death. Because if you are going to turn bullet up her private area and discharge it, you're not just going to discharge her and destroy her private area, you're going to kill her as well. So that would be intentional. That would have been intention to kill. Where I would have accepted the manslaughter if he had bludgeoned her. If he had bludgeoned her, maybe in a case like that, I would have accepted the manslaughter, because maybe in an angry rage, he could have picked up something and swung, hit her in the head, and baps your uncle, it's over. That wouldn't have been murder, because he wouldn't have intended to kill her. But taking a gun to her private area and use it, that is not accidental or unintentional, because you never pick it up in a fit of rage and just discharge the gun at her. You think about, where best can I put a couple of bullets? And you did. And I don't think this is manslaughter. I'm waiting until the end of it to see how the court get to this. But Me no walk and buy that story there. Wanna call Gleena, them I could ask Gleena one question, no please. Because Mr. Gleena put out one story yesterday. Said Donald Trump said him a talk to Cuba. And then today Gleena put out one other story where Cuba said them and Donald Trump is in no conversation, but they don't have any problem having talks. Now, Gleena, if you're going on Truth Social or Twitter, go take off what Donald Trump said and write a story that's woeful. Everybody should know by now. So whatever Donald Trump said on Twitter or on Truth Social, take it with a very, very tiny pinch of salt. Very, very tiny pinch of salt. So me don't know how you get them two story they back to back day after day. But Donald Trump is stepping up him rant. And if Donald Trump continue upon that tirade, by the end of it, he's going to own Cuba, the Caribbean. We don't call governor wholeness of the 51st state for me, I believe. Somebody call governor wholeness of the 51st state of America. No, look what Donald Trump said. What, me never put on this? Well, me have it somewhere. Me have it somewhere. Bear with. Donald Trump said, which part? Hold on. Hold on. Donald Trump said St. Lucia ban St. Lucians from studying medicine in Cuba. Donald Trump wants St. Lucia to ban their citizens from studying medicine in Cuba. At what point that did the Caribbean and Latin America are going to rise up and say, we can't make Donald Trump sit down on Twitter and run with country. We can't allow we leaders them because of their fear and their secret to hand us over to an idiot. Because we seen run the Cuban nurses from Jamaica. No, we must say, you can't go to Cuba go study. No, we must say, you can't go to Cuba go study. When the Caribbean people is going to collectively realize that what Donald Trump is doing is going to hurt the Caribbean. See, Britain run, got China, Japan, and everybody, even though they come back home with them bag half empty. Even though Keir Starmer come back home with him bag half empty. For Keir Starmer in a parliament a drop word for Donald Trump and I go look life other seas and other direction. And we're allowing Donald Trump to force us into a situation where we're going to end up with health crisis and we're going to end up with a trade crisis because if Donald Trump have his way, nobody can buy nothing from China. And the worst part of it, America don't have anything for sale. America don't have anything for sell. America wants to buy from China and sell it back to you and say him or she make it. The whole of them thing there over now. Donald Trump realized that and Donald Trump is just using Donald Trump is just using that to stifle the rest of the world because him realized that America has wasted its time and have run out of time. People of Jamaica and people of the Caribbean, you need to know more from our leaders. We are being led blindly at the moment. Blindly. We are being led at the moment. We see the heavy involvement of the US in Jamaica under this idiot that we have never seen before. And we don't think it is something that we should take very, very serious, something that we should want to be in the know. What orders were given? If it's deal or partnership, what is it? But we know nothing other than they come and we have talks about security and about this and but nothing. And the people are just there like they're comfortable with what is happening. They're comfortable with everything is moving around them, but they have no knowledge of what on earth is going on around them. I tell you, if we continue on this direction, we're going to be very, very sorry. We cannot destroy progress for Donald Trump feelings. It's not that America has something to offer to the Caribbean and Latin America at the moment. So when it's pushed, when it's trying to tear up whatever little benefits and support the Caribbean countries are getting from whether it's China, Cuba, or wherever, America does not have an alternative to offer because all of the little things where America used to use rub butter puss mouth. Donald Trump canceled the whole of those things. Like the aid and them thing. He canceled a lot of those things. Donald Trump come out of a lot of the so-called international organization. And our Prime Minister, now governor of the 51st state, is just leading us blindly to nowhere. When Donald Trump mash up the world and Donald Trump term end, the world going to have to go through a phase of fixing back things again rather than people stand up to him now and preserve what is halfway working. But I really don't mind. As me say, America hold too much sway in this world. But we see America and their chief ally, Britain and France, not in a good position where they have to be running to the same China where them a walk and tear down every day, say the enemy. Them gone over the enemy gone beg sugar and salt. And as for Kestama, he come back half empty. Literally half empty because what Kestama come back with is no benefit to the British economy. No benefit. And this is what Andrew Holness lead Jamaica to. Donald Trump, we don't even know the direction where he might take America. And the problem is they're just not having any conversation with us. We're not even getting the chance to ask them the questions because their journalists who are allowed in their press room, the government mute them before they come in. Or they ask question that is totally relevant to the public. We cannot make Trump dictate the destruction of our country. Trump doesn't have anything better to offer. Trump just want to mash up things and allow people to suffer while he maximizing wealth and profiteer from just being the nonsense of a president he is. I don't think we should just sit back and allow Donald Trump to dictate to we leaders them. We must hold we leader them to account. We never elect them to take order from Donald Trump. We elect them to take order from we. And if they can't stand up to Donald Trump, call an election and make the people go back go vote again and put it on the ballot. So we need to take instruction from America. But we can't vote for UNO. And then when we look at America run the show and we don't have no say in it and we don't understand the communication and conversation between UNO and the Americans, it's not promising. It is just not promising. But globalists, before me move on, I got asked for some assistance tonight. My Canva package has come to an end and I don't have the money to repurchase it. It cost me £120 to repurchase it for the year. So I'm asking for your support if you can assist me tonight by helping me to buy back my Canva package. That's what we used to do all our graphics and everything. That would cost me £120 UK. So if you can, there is the Zelle and the PayPal. No, what's CTAC there? CTAC. CTAC say them a shake up. CTAC say them a shake up leadership. And that takes effect today. If the head of the stream is dirty, Kevin Blake, the entire stream will also be dirty. If the head of the stream, Kevin Blake, with Dr. Changa import the 200 AK-47 a month in a container, if the head of the stream is dirty, Kevin Blake, will sign a deal with the devil and find you take the job of being mass shooting yard around the country, the amount of young boy you kill since you take the job, Kevin Blake. If the head of the stream is dirty, Andrew Holness were thieving way into power 20 odd years ago and still thief in way back into power 2025. If the head of the stream, Kevin, is dirty, you think any turnaround in a leadership at CTAC are going to make any difference? The JCF is a corrupt organization. But so no don't want to talk about the corruption of JCF. Me say everybody a run come out and a squeal like a pig. Everybody a run come out and a squeal like a pig how crime down. But when nobody now talk about is the whole heap of innocent Jamaicans where police get up and slaughter left, right, and center every day and plant gun upon them. Nobody now talk about that. So the police legally allow to kill with impunity for the government both say in carry down the murder in carry down the murder rate. Hmm? So no matter what changes on do at TikTok, you still go store drugs up there. You still go thief up there. Remember when Fitzbailey did it? Serious no, I will Fitzbailey did it. Serious organized crime or the fraud squad or something like that. But remember when Fitzbailey did it? When uno do drugs boss, Fitzbailey not submit it as evidence. Fitzbailey, first thing Fitzbailey I take for him cut out of it before no share up the rest. So I know nothing new. And you changing leadership at CTAC no means so uno no still one no do drugs boss. You know mean so uno now go still share it up between uno self. These are the band-aid that uno regularly put over big gaping wound and think to say uno can pull a wool over with eye anymore and trick with. Uno can't trick with. This is just for distract the public. Uno been have a comfortable around the office, sit down a store. And nobody never really concerned about it because that's how the system run. Everybody protect them one another. Everybody touch them one another out of the ill-gotten gains. And this is why police could store illegal contraband in plain view at them head office. And you think to say that's a problem that change of leadership is going to solve when that problem exists across the JCF high-ranking officers. A lot of the high-ranking, you three-stripe officers, you officers who wear those three stripes on your shoulder, if you allow police to the younger police them to do their job and stop corrupt them, we may would have had something better. And this is why you can't solve crime and bring down crime. No, let me repeat that. And this is why you can't implement policies to bring down crime. You have to use summary execution, extrajudicial killing, murder in a broad daylight. That's the only policy. That's the only crime fighting policy that this government in 10, 11 years has presented to us. A shoot to kill policy. And we think to say serpent like these are something to take lightly. Serpent like these will want to save themselves from Trump. Why am I worried about Jamaica and Trump? You notice Trump will come out and say certain things direct to the rest of the Caribbean country them. That is for sure not saying why he not have Jamaica upon his lips so much. Jamaica has given total assurance and submission to him. If it is that we have a leader that was pushing back or was standing firm, he would be going harder. But poor Andrew no one get lift out in bed 5 o'clock a morning and look how a cold weather ya now. We need an entire shake up in our country. We need a people's revolution in our country. Revolution doesn't have to be anything violent. A revolution of the mind, a spiritual and a cultural revolution, where we come to a sense and come out of the dark cloud that these people tie with inner while they continue to rob and steal from us. We must wake up to what is going on in this world. I cannot believe that you strive to inform and educate Jamaicans at a time like now, and a lot of them don't interested. Well, the whole world is falling apart around them because a lot of people in the Caribbean would want the opportunity to come to Britain and America right now. And me I tell you, say, a lot of we in a Britain and America right now are plan to escape. A lot of we in a Britain and America right now, we're plan to escape. Because we're there a long time and we say it over. So we say to us, say, if we want better for ourselves in a few neck of the woods, we have got to become conscious of the situation and stop allow we leader them to act like our country is about them and not about us. Violet Watson and Marie Woodstock, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you very much. If we sit by and allow Andrew Holness to run the show as if a part of Jamaica not belong to we, as if the decision them where Andrew make to follow an idiot. This is not even a usual half sensible president. This is not even Mary Wood Smith. Thank you very much. And Violet Watson, thank you very much. Appreciate your support. Thank you. This is not one of the half sensible president them we do things through the usual diplomatic or state channel. We have an idiot. We have an idiot we do things on the go. Trump is only there for 4 years. Trump will only be there for 4 years. When you make Trump come and create bad blood between you and China, create bad blood between you and Cuba, create bad blood between you and Venezuela. When Trump gone, is a hell of a deal. When relationship destroyed like that, is a hell of a deal to put them back even under a sane president. Because once the trust is broken, the trust is broken. And that's what Donald Trump has done, is go around breaking trust one after the other. Breaking trust one after the other. And all of this country will be left isolated and with diplomatic rift after Donald Trump is gone. Everybody going to have to trade with China. It is the reality. Europe and America waste them time, get high and mighty, and feel that certain things was beneath them. They have given up their chances. There are going to be new partnership. Ladybug, how you do? There are going to be new partnership. Donald Trump will have to get used to that in the little time we have left. So I don't understand how some leader are going so and I move so blindly. Look pan Donald Trump friend them, the whole of Donald Trump friend them. I look for help. Otherwise, I look for help. A wider sea. Canada, France, and England. I look for help from the same China where Donald Trump are demonized because they've realized that the trade war that Donald Trump is fighting over, fighting with everybody, is destroying everybody, including America. We cannot allow Donald Trump to destroy our economy by his stupid decision. The problem, though, we don't have a leader. We don't have a leader with a talk to it. So we don't know what Donald Trump order him to do. We don't know when agree. Sorry. We don't know when agree with Donald Trump to do. But we knew he agreed to something because Donald Trump would have go hard upon Jamaica. Sorry, like I'm go hard upon other countries. Like I tell the other Caribbean countries, St. Lucia, they can go, then if you go study at Cuba. Donald Trump is not a dictator where go there forever like Putin or however long, you know. And also, when Donald Trump 4 year done, it done. That destructive relationship that America have under that America have with the world under Donald Trump, you think it just a go repair overnight? It's not gonna repair overnight. It's going to affect a lot of country for a long while. And especially country like Jamaica. But then see what we gonna do. Because of the competition, we go take out bigger debt with the IMF, where America superimpose themselves upon we and say, me invest more now than China, so me have the top game. We're in a dangerous position, Jamaicans. We're in a dangerous position. If only Uno could understand the situation that we get drawn into, and we leaders claim say him a paddle in way through it, but I don't see a glorious light at the end of the tunnel. Just don't see it at all. And keeping with the theme, because we are determined to keep on reminding them. We're still calling for the resignation of Christopher Tufton and Floyd Green, but more so Christopher Tufton. Christopher Tufton have survived too much scandal. And it's not that Christopher Tufton survived these many scandals. It's that Christopher Tufton behaved like nothing happened, while at the same time, the people are dying in their droves. Hospital is overcrowded. Hospital lack of treatment and all the other little necessities they need for work. This is a health minister repairing one hospital for 8 years now. China would have built about 80 in the 8 years now. And we're still nowhere to hear when we will have an operational Cornwall Regional Hospital with over 25 billion already wasted at Cornwall Regional, and we don't see any end in sight. All we knew of Cornwall Regional, the overcrowding becomes worse. The terrible treatment become worse. The lack of bed space become worse. Jamaicans are dying left, right, and center. Babies are dying left, right, and center. And Jamaicans don't seem to have any outrage about the risk to their life. The state of our healthcare, Jamaicans, is a risk to your lives, is a risk to your health. Where is the outrage? Where is the outrage? Where is the protest? Where is the enough is enough? Where is it to save our babies? We are humans. You see, if you continue to accept the substandard treatment from Christopher Tufton, it's only going to get worse, Because if Jamaicans had got up and paid attention to Cornwall Regional Hospital, maybe we wouldn't have wasted so much money there and still don't see the value of our money. Because Cornwall Regional Hospital still look like a dump site. It still look like a refugee camp. And we've been throwing money at it every budget cycle. Something that we were told $2 billion would have done. Now we are at 25 billion and counting. And we are nowhere near to get a completional and operational date for Cornwall Regional Hospital. And Jamaica people just behave like it's business as usual, behave like it's normal. We're talking about your health care. We're talking about a country. We don't have an ambulance system for we call. We're talking about a country where the nursing, as the president of the Nursing Association tell us, say, down at Cornwall Regional, you get treated by holding up your hand, and if the nurse see your hand, you get a blind. There's still no system across government, especially when it comes to the appropriations and accountability. No systems at all. They're still doing things by hardcover book. They're still pinning receipts. Nothing is virtual. This is the what you call it, the digital society. What they say we fi prepare for. When Jamaica local economy run by vendor, a whole vendor wouldn't survive in a digital economy. Andrew a sleepwalk, we know. Andrew is sleepwalking us. And we are going quietly with him. We not even ask Andrew Holness where he's taking us. We just go blindly. And let me tell you something, my peeps. We are going to regret it. Sharon Bernard, how you know? Let me tell you something. This direction that our leader is taking us on, we are going to regret it because it's not where he wants to go. It's where Donald Trump wants the Caribbean to go. And it's gonna hurt us more than it hurt America. It's gonna hurt us more than it hurt America because China can ride out the storm, you know. China can ride out the storm. The world, China is the world's marketplace. Regardless of how tough the trade war becomes, China can ride out the storm. But ask yourself, when Trump push Jamaica to lap up with just America only, you think it is something that is going to benefit us in the long run? It's not going to benefit us. But we're not talking, we're not asking questions of our leaders. We just allow them. Sharon Powell, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anybody else want to contribute to our Canva package? We are on the way. We're on the way. Whatever you can contribute, it would be very, very helpful. So we cannot allow this to be swept under the carpet. It is shameful, though, to see that Dr. Dawes has put out so much information and the mainstream media barely glance at it. Dean Jackson Miller on all angles and TVJ looked at the issue, but none of the paper no right about it. And as you saw last week, Thursday, when PNP had their press conference, it was hijacked and derailed by government ventriloquists. They call themselves journalists. And everybody is just making it look like, what is Dr. Dawes going on about? What is Pamela Monroe Ellis going on about? There's nothing really to see here. We've never had it better than we've had it before. But is that your real experience when you feel ill and you go to the emergency room? If you're admitted to hospital, is that your experience where you get all your treatment like it would be for me here? If me admit in a hospital, all me have to worry about is getting better. That's all. If I am admitted to hospital here, all I have to do is worry about getting better. I don't have to worry about hospital bill. I don't have to worry about X, Y, or the other. I don't have to sit down and suffer because The hospital doesn't have the required medication, and I'm not able to purchase the required medication. These are the things we sit down and fight for daily. We country is a country where have accidents regularly. And when Christopher Tufton take up $80 million by source of front, and we don't have an ambulance when an accident happen in our country, to call an ambulance, you understand how upsetting them thing that is for people like me. But when you talk about these things, the labor right them come on your page, come have a total different conversation about PJ and Portia and Michael Manley and all sort. I mean, what are your priorities? Labor right and PNP. They sit down, want to sit down every day, quarrel over Portia, PJ, Siaga, Buster, Michael, and the whole of them. What are your priority? What do you benefit from going back and forth every day about Michael Manley, Siaga, Bruce, Portia, and the world? What do we benefit from that? Rather than come together collectively and look at ways where we can get ourselves out of the nonsense where we find ourselves in. Because Gavi son not gonna know yourself till on the back against the wall. But in my view, we're back against the wall right now. And we still is more interested in being entertained rather than prepare something for the next generation can stand on. You see, for our generation will go down in history as the generation that fails. Our generation will go down in history as the generation that fails, the generation that dropped the button, the generation that have more information than any other previous generation since enslavement. But we have failed. We are the one who submit our powers to our leaders. We are the generation that don't ask questions. We just walk blindly. We are the generation that put politicians on a pedestal, and we don't realize how dangerous it is. We don't realize that it's coming back to haunt us. Because if labor rights and PNP did see themselves as Jamaicans and see the threat to them life and them health in the way how tough done around the health care, we would unite around something that benefit both of that unite around something that benefit both of. But as it stands, it's about everybody protecting their political masters and their political party. And Jamaica and its people get left behind at all time. That's why I don't blame the white man for the lack of progress in a modern day. We have to take responsibility for us throwing up our hand in the air and decide, say, that's it. As long as we're belly full, as long as we can find food today, then we're all right. We got to stop sell with vote. We got to stop sell with self-shot. Because when we do, we end up with people like Tufton and Green. And money. Make we end up with people like Tufton and Green. It's not based on performance. They cannot show you from their track record. And that is why they have to buy their way back to power. But you really cannot blame those people. You have to really blame Uno will willingly get involved in the transaction with them and sell on a soul. And then Uno turn around and I reap the blood stain of Uno soul Uno sell right now. We got to change and do better, Jamaica. We can't continue like this. If we continue like this, we might as well pack up and go home. Or we might as well ask Trump to take we in as the 51st state. Because them already in charge of our country. So now if they can't turn in charge on paper. But before we go, as me say, help me to purchase back my Canva package. We have a little bit of way to go. So help us to get to our mark. So thank you very much for being here with us tonight. And if you can donate anything so we can buy back our Canva, please do. Join us back tomorrow morning when we look at the miserable world that we exist in. Thank you very much and good night from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is so dead. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that they only sit aside and rub and cheat and not press the poor. Make God what I seen to make a man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make a man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see they didn't can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see they didn't can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You might show and stone and they bring a bad feeling to a prophet man say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, big him and throw one stone, and it bring about feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big him and throw one stone, and it bring about feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring about feeling to all wicked men.
Globalists, hold on there. We never hit the right button. Thank you for being here, everyone.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.